breakdown of the Age 1000 trailer, aka Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Uh-oh! Did someone, South Asia, I think it was Southeast Asia account, accidentally leak that? Bandai Namco may have made a big botch, and now fans are talking. More about that later in the analysis section, but as far as the breakdown goes, let's talk about this character right here. So this is the male Saiyajin. Man, this character looks phenomenal. This is just classic Akira Toriyama. Toriyama, man, just a master character designer, and this exactly proves it. Love the details. At the beginning, I didn't know if it was a male or female character because of like the earrings and the way it was kind of designed. Toriyama always did like drawing females that had shorter hair and everything. I think he did an interview once saying that he really liked those, he liked females with short hair and everything and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely a male character confirmed in the Genki Dama Matsuri event. Akira Toriyama presents the legendary Akira Toriyama. I will always have respect for this. Oh my gosh, man. All right, so then, yeah, we're gonna go look at the hands here, and then boom, you see that he's getting ready for gear. I love the belt, man. Look at the design. Look at him all right there, pumping up. It says GS, I think. So I'm not sure I know what that stands for, but I love how he's like just jumping up here. This is like Brock Lesnar. If y'all WWE fans out there, you know. You know, man, yeah, you got the Brock Lesnar thing going on there, jumping up, ready for action. Yeah, I love this character design, man. This is phenomenal. This is just, you just know Akira Toriyama character design from a mile away. A new game project, and I love how he's calmly walking, and the technology here. So I don't know if he has like a watch or something, whatever, it comes out there, and he has a display, as you can see right there, basically to look on like a hologram. The real talk, guys, I don't think this technology is too far off. I think we'll see this in our lifetime. We're probably going to have, you know, we got our smartphones and stuff now and everything, but I think we're going to eventually transition to where we have holograms and have the smart technology where our physical touch, it can, the hologram can register our physical touch, and this is probably how we're going to be watching videos and movies later on, you know, down the line. Technology is getting crazy. Look how quick AI has come, how far AI has come. So yeah, that's really good. And you know what's interesting about this that I really like seeing is, you guys ever watch things from like the 1950s, how they predicted here in 2026 we'd be having flying cars and time travel and stuff, and none of that technology is way off. And honestly, I don't think we'll ever get time travel. I just don't see how you could possibly ever take matter and turn it back into the past or force it into the future. But technology like this, I think, is really interesting because I don't know if y'all or if you're 90s, my fellow 90 kids out there, you watch Kenan and Kel. There was an episode they did where they went into the future, and if you look at the episode, it just looks like fancier tech of all the technology we had in the 1990s. Like, no one was predicting the smartphones, no one was predicting AI, no one was predicting the internet, and then even this, and this applies to Dragon Ball, because look at the end of Dragon Ball Z, the very last half of the manga. If you look at the way the technology is, they're still using the big old phones to talk. They're still using the big old square, you know, TVs 4.3, and it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense, right? That was the limit of what type of technology we had in the real world. And then when you get to Dragon Ball Super, all of a sudden they're on smartphones and tablets, and it's like, whoa. But Dragon Ball Super takes place within the 10-year time skip. So how are we in this part where the technology looks one way, and then the technology raises even higher, and then the technology went right back down when we get to the last 10-year time skip? So it's like, man, I don't know, like that was hilarious. Well, I guess I know Toriyama was basically working with what we had, but you know, by the time you get to Dragon Ball Super, he had evolved enough, you know, he's seen the technology evolved enough to where it would probably be like this. So yeah, this is probably some realistic technology that we have and stuff like that. SMP in the chat says, hey son, is SMP 15 minutes from now time travel does exist? And spoilers, you're going to read this comment. You got me with that one, SMP. You got me one with that. Remember Pokemon when they had Skype? Oh, Skype. man, that takes me back. Wow. Yeah, but that was something and everything. But yeah, I think this is the technology that we'll see in this game, Age 1000, aka probably Xenoverse 3. It's probably more accurate to what we'll have. I think the way we predict technology nowadays here in 2026 we'll see it a lot more active, where people years from now will be like, oh, we were spitting back then and stuff. But getting back to the action here, I love the technology and everything, and how he forms his own training. Like, is this how people are going to spar in the future? Sparring with with like holograms? Like, that just sounds like crazy, isn't it? But I love the technology, and he's got like his whole arena, and the guys right here are just forming up. That was just really cool stuff. And yeah, they were ready. I love the suits, the combats, like these were cool. Like I'm being real. Once again, shout out to Akira Toriyama if he designed these guys, because I'm like, for some henchmen, they look pretty cool, you know? You got your random generic henchmen number 1 and 2 sometimes, and these look like, okay, these are some really cool battle suits. And, you know, they're getting all ready on guard, and they're starting to chase and run. You know, in Dragon Ball, the first one usually who runs and chases, when you're chasing someone and that's your stance, is no guard, you're not going to throw your arms up, you're not going to try and protect yourself, chances are the people running, you're probably getting effed up. I've watched Dragon Ball long enough to know this. I love how they're running. No guard, no respect at all. And look at this. Now he puts in respect, and I love that shot. He's like, okay, he's on guard. And yeah, we're about to get ready for the action. And he runs towards you like, okay, I don't want a mother effer who I'm chasing him, and he's just standing here like this, and he's running after me like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, this guy's probably gonna try and F some things up, right? And so I love the shot here. I love the design. The graphics in this really looked a lot like Dragon Ball Superhero to me, so I'm like, oh man, that's really awesome. So I love these action shots, and then boom, he's getting all ready for the elbow, you know, the one that put Raccoon down, and he's getting closer. Oh, look at that. Look how he's looking in his eyes. I like the guy's like, whoa. Because yeah, he didn't expect him to come up that so quick, and then boom, hit him with the Raccoon elbow. And then look at that, how he disperses in the digital age. That's like a digital hologram Thanos snap or something. And then boom, right here, I love how look at the speed right there into the hand, coming for an uppercut. Look at that smooth one. Boom, right in the gut. Oh, boom, sends him flying in the air. And then look at him fly. He's already on him. Oh, about to go ahead and do that big axe handle. Bam! Oh no, actually that's just the effect of his stomach. Boom! That's where he got it. Oh man, that was good stuff. Look at that. Look at the anger. Like you summon these guys. Like, dang, what did these holograms do to you? Like, like, oh man, did they steal you? Like how does a hologram steal you? Like, he is beating this hologram like he stole something. And then the hologram goes, this was so funny. He's like, oh man, if y'all played Dragon Ball Kakarot, there's a scene where Vegeta throws Super Buu, and that's exactly how Super Buu, he's got he's got like these noodle arms and legs. That's pretty much what this guy is like, and he's getting sent. And I love this other one tried to come over him, and he gets down low to the ground. He's about to go ahead. He's got his arm back, but I think he's way open. Look how open he is. Boom! Look at that. Come on, bro. Come on. When that's the face of someone that's about to get attacked, it's not gonna end well for you, the one who's on the offense. And I love how the speed line comes. Look at this, being fancy. Love this twist and turn, and like when you've got time to do fancy stuff like this, you see the disrespect that you have for your opponent. Boom! Look at that foot. Bam! Love the action frame, and oh, dang near decapitated his hand. Look at that. Look how that boy's head is almost about to go down to his spine. Oh man, kicked it like all the shine out his throat and stuff. I guess that's the closest thing we're gonna get to blood. And then right there, he drops down to the ground. So we got the white-haired Saiyajin. He looks, look at that. This guy is not impressed. And oh boy, he's about to unleash this ki blast. I love it. I love the build up to this ki blast. This is sick. This is one of the most awesome shots in the whole thing. Love the build up. Love the charge. We get the impact frame, and then he sends the blast of boom. It's completely flash, and oh, look at that. You actually see in the flash the guy. You could pinpoint the moment. That's why I love doing these frame by frame breakdowns when I have the time to do them. You could see the point when he realized it was at this moment he effed up. And he did. Boom! And there he goes. Oh, man, look at that. All out. He completely dispersed the whole hologram. And yeah, I don't know what them holograms did to him, but it couldn't have been good. And he puts his arm down, and then we get a foot stepping in there. And I told you guys, when I first saw it in the trailer, I could tell that looked like Dragon Ball GT Goku's foot right there. And I love how he turns around, and he's looking right there. Look at that face. He's like, huh? Now that's right there is called respect, ladies and gentlemen. This is when you know a jabroni has not entered the field. Hey, welcome to Earth, bro. Hey, thanks for joining the chat, L3 man. Man, like, this is fake. Like, look, he did not give that look to them generic hologram jabronis which he summoned and beat like they stole something. This face is okay. The person that just entered is being taken serious. We know this. And he smiles like, okay, this is going to be his challenge. And I love when the hair started moving and we go into the eyes and boom, we start getting to this real world vortex and we get the Emperor of the Universe, Frieza. And then we have Trunks. And then we have Perfect Cell. And then we have Kid Buu. And then we have Lord Beerus. And then we have Broly. Oh man, we got Gohan, Vegeta, and then of course you gotta know from the looks it's gonna be no one else with that with someone like looking like that. It's got to be Son Goku, right? He turns around and then we get a close up of his face. Right here it's almost like it's Goku Black, because this is the type of stuff silhouettes they were doing with Goku Black. So that's what we got right here. And then we zoom into the face like, oh, it's Son Goku. And I think this place takes place like 216 years after the end of the manga, aka the end of Dragon Ball Z. So why is Son Goku still here? I guess we're gonna have to find out and play the game. But look at Goku. My man Goku is ready for a fight. And then we zoom in out of the other eyes and you see, okay, the white-haired Saiyan, he's ready. And I love this. This was a sick Super Saiyan transformation. The eyes glowing. Man, and the hair moves. And then look at this guy. He's like, ah! Like he goes and says, ah! Like, okay, boy, you talk about going from 0 to 100 out of nowhere. And look at this guy, he's going readily into it. He's getting that golden glow, and I love the way they did the impact frames here. And he goes SS1, and look at that, the electricity, it's golden, and boom, look at the power. Oh man, this was so sick. And I was shocked because when he went SS1, I was not expecting this character at this point in the trailer to be a Super Saiyan, and yet he is. I love it. Love the shot, dude. This looks so sick. No matter how much time passes, there's just nothing like seeing a Saiyajin warrior go Super Saiyajin. Man, look at that. And we got a new game project, Age 1000 2027. Oh my gosh. Wow. Phenomenal trailer. I wish I would have got the screenshot there where his eyes went blue and it was like a black impact frame, like he was turning into a demon. That was phenomenal, man. That's how you kick things off. And now that we know that this might be Xenoverse 3, phenomenal. I'll break down a little bit more. Bandai Namco's Southeast Asian YouTube account had a playlist link titled Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, and they quickly remove it. But y'all know fans were going to be all on it. They saw the buzz and saw, okay, that's clearly what this is. This is Xenoverse 3. So Xenoverse 3, basically, I'll be honest, I haven't played the Xenoverse games like that. I did play the first Xenoverse game when it came out in 2015, and I loved it. I thought it was a breath of fresh air, really, because I've played the PS1 Dragon Ball games, particularly Final Bout, Dragon Ball GT, Final Bout, and Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. I played those games, and of course I played the Budokais, Super DBZ, Sagas, the Tenkaichi games, Infinite World, and I played the PS3 games, Raging Blast 1 and Burst Limit, like those games, especially Burst Limit. But yeah, around that time I was in art college, and I started falling off of these games, and I never really got in. I didn't play Raging Blast 2 outside of a demo, and Ultimate Battle 22 I did play, but I was done with it after the story mode. Battle with Z I didn't play, so it's like, yeah, that PS3/360 era of video games for Dragon Ball, man, it was not it. There was a lot of fatigue when it came to those games. But when the PS4 era started up, we got Xenoverse. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I knew a little bit about Xenoverse. I'm like, it looks like it's based off of Dragon Ball Online and a lot of those special card arcade games that were going on in Japan. So I'm like, oh snap, is this their way of bringing it to the worldwide audience? I was like, oh, this is fire. So I'm like, let's go with this one and everything. So I was absolutely definitely looking forward to that and everything like that when we get to that and all that stuff and everything. One moment, I'm trying to fix my screen here so I can see the chat. Okay, I guess that is that's about as far as that will go and everything. But yeah, one of the things that I absolutely really did enjoy when it came to Xenoverse was just the originality. It did follow the OG Dragon Ball Z story, but there was enough there with it, I think, in terms of like incorporating things from Dragon Ball Online that I thought really made the game stand out. And so I really love that part of it and everything. Other things that I really did like about Xenoverse 2 the following years, it kind of loosely followed like I like Mira and Toya. That was really awesome, and I played the story mode, but I never got really into playing all the content. But I see the game has gone on for quite a long time, and with Xenoverse 2 I was still working on my short film Battle Deception at the time, and because of that I was very busy as a content creator, and so I never really committed to playing games. So for the decade that was going on, this game had a lot of downloadable content, but a lot of people really liked it, and so I thought that was awesome. And so it looks like I know Xenoverse 3 has been something that has been wanted for a while. So even if I don't play it, I'm very happy for all of you out there who are Xenoverse fans. I'm super glad. I'm super stoked for you. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, I know it's been a long time coming, and it's going to be really awesome. One thing that I was going to also say about Xenoverse 3 when it comes here is that yeah, Dragon Ball Online. So it was first released in South Korea on February 4th, 2010. So the game is an MMORPG set 216 years after the original manga, and it basically was released only in like Asian countries, Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea. So yeah, that was one of the things. Now, one of the things we do know is that Akira Toriyama, he completely supervised basically yeah, Dragon Ball Online 216 years after where Dragon Ball ended. And I think that might be because I was listening to Kaiser Neko and Lenny Pator of Team 4-Star. I was listening to their live stream several weeks ago, and they were talking about or Kaiser Neko was talking about how this might be Toriyama's attempt to get Dragon Ball Online to take off worldwide. Yanyo says in the chat, Xenoverse 2 has so much content that I lose count. Man, I can imagine. Yeah, they're constantly still releasing content for that, so that is absolutely something for sure. But yeah, Xenoverse, the thing about it with Xenoverse 3, when it comes to that game here, one moment, I am losing track of there we go. Okay, I am back up and running here. Yeah, one of the things about that game overall was with Dragon Ball Online, I did not play it. Obviously I couldn't since I was in America, and I mean, I guess people could download it, and there's some people that had their own servers, but the servers stopped for it. There was a lot of cool things, like I think I heard that was where Goku and Vegeta had basically Goku and Vegeta, they had basically what did they do? Goku and Vegeta they had like fought until like they were 100 years old, and that's like the ending of it. I know Majin Buu basically Majin Buu basically what was it, repopulated himself with multiple Majins and stuff. We get to see there's a new breed of Namekians or Namexians where they kind of have like the light green skin around their mouths and stuff. So a lot of stuff that's already in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. You have like I said, Mira and Toya are in the game. I love their designs and stuff. So in hearing like Trunks become like the time patroller and everything, so it's just so much cool stuff that we're going to get to see. And that was one of my complaints about Dragon Ball Super, is how I was saying that Dragon Ball Super so many times, it really, when you think about it, Dragon Ball Super, because it's in that 10-year time skip, it's like we don't get to see what we all know how it's gonna all end for these characters. I wanted to see things where in Dragon Ball, what happens after the end of Z, what happens at the end of the manga. And so it's like before Toriyama left this world, he ended up basically putting that in there with the 216 year time skip, and a lot of that is put in here. And one of the reasons why I'm so stoked for this too is because when Toriyama passed away, we didn't hear much information about him as far as like what did he leave behind, any notes. And we find out that Toriyama was heavily involved before he passed away with this. And much respect, like I said in that trailer, much respect to Akira Toriyama for, you know, he was essentially in his dying days still putting out so much work, which I know he did say in an interview he wasn't confident in his health, that he had much time left, but he was going to try for as long as he could to continue delivering as much cool stuff as he could for Dragon Ball fans worldwide. And seeing that he was passionately working into this was really good. And what I like about Age 1000 is I feel like this sets up for things if Toyotaro goes past the end of Z, which it looks like the manga was heading towards. There's a lot of elements that can be used from this game to be taking Dragon Ball beyond the future and everything. This is deep in the future. Like we asked, like I just want to see what happened after Goku and Oob left the 27th Tenkaichi Budokai, but I'm like, okay, Toriyama's taking us way into the future. So I really am looking forward to this. And now that I am playing Dragon Ball games as part of my content strategy for live streams, maybe I will pick up Xenoverse 3 and play that. I'm very curious in terms of seeing where the story is going and stuff like that. So definitely I'm looking forward to that. Overall, yeah, like I said, I think this is going to be Xenoverse 3. We'll probably find out more when they announce the stuff at Battle Hour. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where this goes story-wise, how it's all implemented. And none of that. One of the things that I've always said about Akira Toriyama, you know, you can say what you want to about his writing. You know, sometimes, you know, obviously, yeah, like as I mentioned in my tribute video to me, it wasn't the best writer. He kind of, you know, he wrote the story off the top of his head. He was the discovery writer, and so there would be contradictions and plot holes and stuff. But one thing is for sure, Toriyama was so dang creative, and that creativeness, I think, mixed in with his more simplified storytelling is what really allowed it to really resonate with people all over the world. Because like I said, he did a lot of studying of different cultures and religions and stuff, and put it all into one series that could identify, I think, with anyone all over the world. And his world building, like I said, the character designs, the worlds that he would build, it's one of the reasons why I thought it was such a pleasure to watch Dragon Ball Daima, just seeing the creativity side of Toriyama. Man, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what more gets announced about Age 1000. At this point, like I said, I think it's going to be Xenoverse 3, and I'm happy for all you Xenoverse fans out there. I'm super happy for you, so definitely there's going to be more to come there. Alrighty, and so now we get to the big one and everything that a lot of people were really definitely probably looking forward to on this one. Perhaps the biggest announcement, the biggest thing to come out of this whole Dragon Ball announcement ordeal. And